right, good morning everyone. Some of you might be working for big corporations where you can just point with your whole hand and your suppliers will be doing what you're asking them to do just because they're very keen on getting your product order. But some of you might work for smaller brands where you don't have the same leverage and you don't have the same ability to just tell your suppliers what to do. And you will have to use other techniques to get them on board on your supply chain programs that you want to run. Either way, just as in a dictatorship, you don't get very creative and happy people. I do not believe that dictating towards your suppliers on what they should be doing is the right way to go. It's not going to get you the best, the most creative and the most happy suppliers. So when it comes to creating an improvement in the supply chain and when it comes to launching and initiating these type of capacity building projects, it's important that we have the suppliers on board with us, regardless if we are a small or a big brand. And in order to get suppliers on board, we need to have an inclusive approach. And how do we get that? Well, you start with asking yourself, who do we want to be the ultimate owner of this program when it's up and running? Who do we want to own the outcome of this program? If your answer to that question is, well, we are going to do it. As a brand, we are going to own the outcome, we're going to own the implementation and the forever and ever follow-up of this program, well then I guess you can go ahead and be the dictator. It doesn't matter so much. However, if your answer to that question is, well, we want the factory management to actually own the outcome of this program, then you need to do it differently. And you need to have this inclusive approach. And how do you then create an inclusive approach? Well, if we should break it down into a few steps, it could look something like this. Of course, it starts with you deciding already on what it is that you want to do, why you want to do it, how you are going to measure the outcome of it, and you will most likely have classified your suppliers into certain categories. After that, you start with selecting a few suppliers to participate in a pilot. You always want to start with a pilot. Don't go 100% of every supplier into one specific program without testing it out or trying it out. Trust me on this, it's not going to work. After that, you summon your selected suppliers to a meeting and you are very clearly describing to them what it is that you want to do and why. And also be very clear that you want to do this together with them. This is not a one-way street. This is something that you are going to collaborate with. During this meeting, you want to hear them out. You want to have a good discussion. You want to ask them about what have they already done in this field or on this topic. Have they already used some service providers to do this? Have they tried things out? Have other buyers asked them to do similar things? What are their concerns? What are they thinking about? And just kind of feel their pulse. How are they reacting to this? Are they super excited, very engaged and very happy about this opportunity? Or are they the other way around? This is very important because if you don't get the right people on board on your pilot, it's probably not going to work. So if you have the feeling that these suppliers, or if you're getting the response from some suppliers that they're not over the moon excited about this opportunity, exchange them to someone else. Give them a few sessions to kind of get around. But after a while, if they don't get around, if you don't feel like they are super excited about this, exchange them to another supplier for the pilot. And maybe in the end, you want to exchange this supplier altogether. But anyway, that's the pilot. And then as you start your project and you start launching and implementing, you're gonna need to include the suppliers on a regular basis. Hear them out, listen to what concerns they have and what solutions they have, and co-create together on the next steps forward. If you have a big supply chain, or if you just have a small team, it's gonna require quite a lot of work for you to do this on each and every factory, of course. But there are ways around that as well. You can automate some parts of the process. You can have group meetings with the suppliers, for example. You can take in external help for different parts of the project. And maybe most importantly, you need to collaborate together with other buyers in that same factory as well and share the burden and share the workload of this. All right. And remember, as you have launched a program, your role as a buyer should be to just follow up on the progress, but let the supplier own the outcome and let them own the continuation of this program. All right, I hope that helps and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.